Okay, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in a very rainy Kansas City, Missouri at venerable Arrowhead Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Kansas City Chiefs. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Go. 20. Come on. You better bring it. Shit. Go.
Now a play fake. Wentz. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Greystone, travel.
To throw is Wentz. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the rookie first-rounder from Michigan, Devin Bush. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. And he'll go down at the 28. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Blue there. Watch the twist.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run.
Hey, Wahoo!
On 3rd and 2, Jones. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A.J. Green, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Here we go. 180.
Number 53. Mike 53.
On first down, right back to Lindsey. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Underthrow. Lefty.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at their 48-yard line.
From just shy of midfield, Wentz. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Hey, Bush.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
I got him.
Here's Wentz to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down.
Let's get this ball back.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Cameron Jordan, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back deep is Tavon Austin. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake. They've taken care of that early.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
22-jet bomber. Hey, Echo.
Now Jones, off play action, and brought in by the tight end Cook. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 40.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Texans 1st down.
Got it.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory, right at the 40. 6-0 our score after 1. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
70, Indy.
Out of the shotgun, Breida trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Throwing on 2nd down. Jones, they'll set up a screen for Breida. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 23.
1st down, Texans.
Down. 8, read. Check 52. Hey, Haywood. Ready?
Here's Jones. Throwing on 1st down. Being chased out left. That'll be complete to Breida. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. Well, we knew he was close to the line of scrimmage, and they say he stepped over.
Well, when you see him in that position, you think he's become a runner. As a DB, you start to react towards the line of scrimmage. They can often throw it over your head.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long.
Check. Crunch. 61. Matchbox lights. 27, 127. Here we go. Let's bring it. Hey, seam 6. Shoot.
Throwing Jones. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
Hey, shoot.
Jones now operating from the gun. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball. Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run. It's Lindsey. And an alley to run. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Check. Check your hot read. Wide. Get wide.
Now it's Lindsey. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Texans' 49-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. J.J. Watt in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
The Texans take over first and 10.
Let's go!
At their own 20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. K1 short. Able to get him for a loss of about 3.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Jones to throw on 3rd down. Going deep here for Bryant. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the 1st down. Defensive backs live for this situation. And they took advantage of the young man right there.
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Ryan Kerrigan in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list.
Let's go, Greg.
To try again after the sack. Wentz. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here in a low-scoring affair. 6-0 is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
after an incomplete pass on second down. That'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Jones. Bryant has it. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Now they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll go again with Lindsey. And an alley to run. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And they will finally get him to the ground at the Texans' 33. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
Here we go, Pac-Man. Ready?
Come on, D.
On 2nd and 12, Wentz. He'll hit Jackson complete. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Deshaun Jackson, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Texans, 1st down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
He was brought down by Von Miller. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
General West.
52's the mic right here over there, right? 52's the mic. I got it. 52's the mic. Watch Mike. Watch Mike.
Pilot, 64, weak.
He's crashing. He's checking.
Hey, orbit.
And that'll set them back 5. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, Foxtrot.
Check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. On the return, Jackson. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Breida. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They run again with Breida. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
On the double.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jones. And able to find Green. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. We're back now in KC. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Jones now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Now Jones. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Christian Kirksey. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Back to throw. Jones buying time to his left. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Terrific coverage in the end zone that time. Forced him out of the pocket to his right. I thought maybe try and run it there, but no one came open for him. Nice job by the defense of not getting out of their lanes.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's got his man here. It's Green. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another 1st.
On the ready.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now Jones on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
He's got Green. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw. Jones. Now they go screen. It's complete. And the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So here now is Brandon McManus in a big spot. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And it bangs off the right upright, no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. So we've seen these be tricky from time to time. You know, you've almost got to cut the ball to make it go through. And this time he cut it a little too much, and he sliced it.
Yeah, and he'll tell you, no excuses on this one. It's a kick every NFL kicker should be able to make in his sleep. But your word was definitely correct. He sliced that one, and he'll miss it wide to the right.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Now Wentz. And Graham's got it. Complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. Dancing to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Devin Bush brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Kansas City. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. And here's a throw that's taken in by the tight end Cook. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Breida. Tackle coming from the safety, Trey Flowers. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Here's Jones off the play fake. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
They got to get it to the 21 here on third down. Jones now from the gun, he'll throw. Finding Gabriel, complete. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Down. Stick the oar. Christian, travel.
They run with Breida. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2. This is Breida. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on first and goal. Back to throw. Jones. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Now from the 7, here's second and goal. Here's a second and 7. The quick slant caught. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Greg Olsen in the final minute. And the Texans have taken the lead.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture. That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the fourth, but they got to feel good now. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Texans, it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.